Hey folks, I'm heading out for my very first garage sale hunt of the season, and I'm hoping to find lots of cool treasures. So stick around right to the end and let me know what you think. Hey guys, I'm here from Transformers and Video Games, and welcome back to the channel. As I mentioned in my intro, I'm just about to head out to do a little bit of garage sale hunting on this beautiful sunny day here in Ontario, Canada. If you're new to my channel, essentially every weekend during the summertime, I like to head out looking for video games and cool toys to add to my various collections. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around for more.
Go, stays, maybe.
In 2
Think
weeks.
about it.
In a few weeks, it'll need to go, but not right now.
Okay, alrighty, no worries. So my wife already told you I have to come back to.
Right.
Okay.
She told me for the vases.
Yeah.
That's another cable. That's the original cable, and I got this larger one that has it's retractable.
So I'm not sure if you're aware of the rule, but when you're selling to neighbors, the price doubles.
So this goes?
Yeah. Is that a garbage bin at the side?
The white.
Yeah.
That's
is
actually really good.
Oh, it's telling me to take it too.
The first thing I came across this morning was this Nintendo Wii lot. I already have a few Wii color variants in my collection, so for the $60 price tag that this seller was asking, I decided to leave this one for the next collector.
Oh, my daughter's mother.
Yeah. Oh, that's just to get another air cable.
Just a shortcut.
Yeah, it's a shorty.
Kind of a
I had him out, like he exercises and he's very strong.
Yeah. Okay, now just in case my footage from earlier didn't turn out, I'm quickly going to run through some games that I picked up for $1 each. For the Nintendo Wii, I got Wii Play, Seen It, Just Dance 3. My niece had actually brought over Just Dance 2, I want to say about a year ago, and my wife really enjoyed that, so I thought she might want to play this one. And in case she has no interest in playing video games anymore, my buddy Con, the video game hunter, if I'm not mistaken, mentioned that this has a decent resale value. So that was news to me when he said it, but I'll certainly take his word for it because he knows a lot more about selling games than I do. I got Cabela's Big Game Hunter, Rapala Tournament Fishing, hopefully I pronounced that right, and Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2 for the PS2. So I thought for $1 each, those were some really good finds. And yeah, I'm going to carry on and see what else I can find.
I don't have any more pictures, nope.
we had two other ones that at the last minute we started doing.
Yeah. Totally understand. How much is the Toronto one?
I have my prices.
Pardon?
Jason did a quick price on it.
I have the listing, so.
This garage sale had a decent selection of Xbox 360 games. What was tempting about them is that they were adult-owned, 100% complete, and in beautiful condition. The problem is that the seller wanted $5 per game, which is generally more than I like to pay for them at garage sales. The same seller had this box of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for $10.
I have a small collection of turtles at home, so I thought that this would be a nice way to fill in a few gaps in the collection. He said I could take the box for $5, so I decided to pull the trigger on it.
Okay, so I just made a couple of decent purchases from the same garage sale. I'm going to show them to you quickly. For starters, for the PlayStation 3, I got DJ Hero in its original box. Now, this didn't come with the game, but it came with the dongle needed to connect it to the system. It came with the turntable and obviously the original box. The game itself should be very inexpensive to find, either at my local EB Games or at another garage sale. Then I got a couple of cases with their instruction booklets, but there's no games in these ones. I normally grab these because loose games are very easy to come by, so if I find them, I'll have the case and the manual to match up with them. For the PSP, I got Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories, From Russia with Love, and Delta Force Urban Warfare for the PS1. Now these next couple of games are boxed complete. For the PlayStation 2, I got Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, Transformers the Game, Wii Sports, and for the PS1, I got the Die Hard trilogy. So hopefully that one's good. And so those were $5 for that lot of games and cases. So that's $10 so far. And then I was looking through a box and found a stack of very cool looking magazines. So a bunch of them here, I'm going to say 15 magazines or so are Nintendo related. A lot of these, or most of these, are Nintendo Power magazines. I'm guessing from the Wii era. I'm not sure how old they get, but I think they're fairly recent, like being the last couple of years. You can see Punch-Out on the cover of that one, so I know that was from the Wii. They're obviously not referring to the one for the 8-bit Nintendo. And there was a couple of random PlayStation magazines in here as well, maybe 5 of them. And at the bottom there was an Xbox magazine. So for a total of $15, I thought that that was a really nice score.
Here's a look at the stack of gaming magazines that I picked up. I find it really interesting to read through them to see what games were popular at the time. The other reason I like them is because of the very cool cover art, especially on the Nintendo Power magazines. Some of the best magazine covers from this lot are the Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings, Final Fantasy IV, Sonic and the Black Knight, Red Steel 2, and the Castlevania and Gears of War 3 covers that we saw a little bit earlier.
Okay, so I thought I'd pull over and just give you a quick update. So I was just at a garage sale, browsing around, and the guy asked me what I was looking for. So I told him old video games and just started naming off old systems like I normally do. Nintendo, Sega, TurboGrafx 16, Xbox, PlayStation, Game Boy. Anyways, he said, unfortunately, he didn't have any of that stuff, but that he thinks he still has his Atari from when he was a kid. So I said, I'm very interested in that if you have it kicking around and wanted to show it to me. So he goes into the house and comes out with this Atari 2600. Hopefully I can get this in my shot. So he comes out with this boxed Atari 2600. I'm not going to be able to open it up right here. Maybe I'll just open up the flap here and grab the games that came with it if I can. So I asked him what he was looking for the Atari lot, and he said $50. So I asked him if he'd accept $40. He said no problem. So anyways, I'm going to quickly show you the games that I got, and perhaps later I might open up the box and show you the contents. Anyways, for games, I got Asteroids, Berserk, Combat, in pretty nice condition. This is actually a label upgrade for me. Summer Games, which I don't have in my collection. There's Pac-Man, which is an awful port of the game, in my opinion. Kangaroo. And Super Breakout, which I don't have. So I thought this was a pretty fantastic purchase for $40. I'm going to shut this down right now, carry on, and hopefully I can find some other cool things.
Here's a quick look at the Atari 2600 lot. The box is in surprisingly good condition given that it's close to 40 years old. As you can see, this is one of the wood-grain 6-switch versions of the Atari. It came with 2 joysticks, but unfortunately the 2 paddle controllers shown on the front of the box were missing. Here are the 7 games that I showed a little bit earlier in the video. They're all in pretty good shape. It came with an Atari video game catalog, which is very cool. And it also came with the power source in its original box. For anyone watching this video who has any interest in garage sale hunting, here's a little tip. If you don't see what you're looking for at a garage sale, don't be afraid to ask. Often people have other things that they're happy to get rid of. They just don't know that there's any interest in it, so they don't bother putting it out.
Okay guys, it's 10:30 a.m. and I think I'm going to pack it in for the day. There weren't as many garage sales as I expected there to be on this long weekend here in Canada, but I think that my best pickup of the day was the Atari 2600 lot for $40, but let me know what you think in the comments. Anyways, thanks again for watching everyone. Take care.